What's up, guys? Rob D at Boiling Point LTC on Twitter. Everything Litecoin on YouTube. I got a request for DigiByte. I'm just going to do that real quick. I'm going to take a look at the weekly. Well, actually, let's look at the daily first. So the daily, we had some really nice volume come in today. The volume is actually increasing. We have almost as much volume as this candle back here in March, which is a good sign. Increasing volume. The last couple days, we've been testing that 50-day EMA, so that is a good sign. And then we finally broke it today, and we also broke through our overhead resistance that we've had since, I want to say, this has been resistance since January of 2018. So you guys can see we have a wick down here through it. And we are not out of the woods yet, but I'm definitely bullish on DigiByte because, let me show you the RSI. We've broken over this 48 mark, so we just kind of cracked over that. We haven't been over that since August of last year, but that wasn't for very long. And I actually sold my DigiByte, all of it actually, in September. So I hedged all my DigiByte. And as you can see, we fell through the 50-day moving average. We were playing around with it all, a couple months last year. We finally fell through it, retested, and couldn't get back over. And then that was pretty much a signal for me to hedge. So I hedged all my DigiByte, and I believe I'm up 3x on that now. So I haven't bought back yet, but what I did was I hedged into Litecoin. So since Litecoin made that move in December up until this point, I'm increasing daily. I lost a little bit today because DigiByte, went crazy. Litecoin went up about, let's see, maybe 12% or so, and DigiByte was up like 30%. So we broke this resistance. It looks like we are going to close. Yep, the candle closed for the daily. We started a new daily candle. Let's see if we can hold that level. I don't think we're going to we'll probably pull back a little bit, maybe just a quick retest, because we do have a lot of, a lot of traffic in this area. If you guys look at the weekly, you'll see somewhat of an ascending triangle forming, a very shallow one. So if you look at this area here, you can see we pretty much have something like this going on. So if we can maybe dip down a little tiny bit here and retest maybe this area here where these candle closes were, these bodies and these wicks. So we might pull back in there. Not much of a pullback. We don't have to pull back, but we could, right? So that's, 10%. Nothing crazy, but, after going up 80%, today on this weekly candle, a little 10% pullback is nothing crazy. So good, well, not even a great week for DigiByte so far. You guys should be thrilled. We just have to get over this now. We have to get a candle close. I would say a candle close and then another full close. So we're gonna need a close through it, and then we're gonna need a close above it. So we'll see what this weekly does, what this weekly finishes at. But the weekly volume is pretty decent. It's actually really high. You guys can see it here. So if we can get something like, let me get rid of some of this stuff. So this weekly volume is about almost 100 million. All right, now if we could get up over, I would say, because these 2 weeks are very, very similar. So I think this week was a little bit higher. This one, 172 million. This one's 175 million. So if we could get up over 175 million volume, we're going to have increasing weekly volume, which is a good sign. And we're more than likely we're going to close above this ascending triangle. And our RSI is probably going to move up a hair more and, maybe even break this level where this little peak was here. So it's definitely an important week for DigiByte to keep going. Well, today, but yesterday's candle was a big jump up. We're gonna have to follow that through, but I'm definitely bullish on DigiByte right now because we do have increasing volume on the daily. If you guys can see here, it's basically, it's a really nice, pretty much just like that. So we could see a little bit more volume coming in and, get those closes up over the ascending triangle, that resistance, and close above it. And then next week, follow it up maybe with a retest and, another additional close over it. And then I would say that's pretty much it for DigiByte. You're going to see, the market kick in. We're probably going to see some resistance around 1.7. So maybe if we top out at 1.7 this week and then come back down for a retest of the top of this triangle, I could see something like that happening. But I was drawing a bunch of similarities in the last market cycle, as you guys can see here. So let me get rid of this real quick. So I think DigiByte struggled this year because of the fact that 2015, you could see that rounded off bottom. We had a peak. We came back down. We formed a nice rounded bottom, a cup. We exploded up, and then we formed this descending wedge. 10-degree slope, and we popped out of there nicely. So same thing like this. If you look at this pattern, we basically topped, came back down, formed a little cup, came up, but we overshot. So I think that's why this kind of fell through here. So if you would have dropped this area up here, 12 cents down to somewhere about here, around 4 cents, this whole pattern would have shifted down, and then your channel would basically look exactly like how it's looking now, which is on the breakout. So if we're here, you could see over the next 2-3 months, you could see a massive spike in DigiByte. So that's just a quick update I wanted to give you guys. I will keep you posted daily on this, and we'll see how the daily closes tomorrow. We'll see how the weekly closes, and we'll go from there. But it looks good for DigiByte. So congratulations, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.